Yeah, welcome to Sidebar Convo, where the real talk happens on the side.
Good morning to all my investors and self out there, man. Thank y'all for coming through on this lovely Friday morning, joining in with this conversation that we're going to have today on the Sidebar Convo radio show. So before we start the conversation for today, you know what to do, guys. Go ahead, go to your kitchen, go to your cabinet, grab your cup, go to your refrigerator, grab your drink, because you know what time it is, guys. It's time for us to have a convo today. And today's topic of conversation we're gonna have today is the struggles of new entrepreneurs, man, trying to obtain a work-life balance. So you know what it is, man. Before we jump into the conversation, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the Invest Media channel, man. It's very important to do that. And also hit on that notification bell and hit all so you can be notified when anything new drops on this channel. And also invest in hitting that like button, guys. It's free to invest in hitting that like button, guys. But like I said today, and make sure you jump down in that comment section. Please jump down in the comment section, because I like when y'all comment. I would like for y'all to get in discussion. Just any questions you have, anything that you have, I definitely will answer them. And also, you know, converse with each other, man, because this channel is here for y'all to be able to bounce off ideas from each other, get advice from each other, gain information and what have you. So let's go ahead and jump into the conversation for today. So go ahead and like I said, today conversation we're gonna be talking about is the struggles of new entrepreneurs obtaining a work-life balance. So guys, right, the thing is, the question for today is, can new entrepreneurs truly have a work-life balance, or is it just that a luxury that comes later, right? So you got to understand that when you first starting off as a new entrepreneur, this is going to be the hardest part, trying to obtain a work-life balance, because you at ground zero of everything. You have to build your business up. So if you don't have great communication with your significant other, with your spouse, whoever it is, and what have you, right? You want to make sure you make it clear. You want to be able to set boundaries on how much time you're going to spend on your work, from how much time you're going to spend with your family and what have you, guys. So it's very important to understand this is something that you need to think about when you jump into entrepreneurship, because at the end of the day, we're going to keep it in our reality, right? You have entrepreneurs out here who had failed marriages, right? Relationships, had 2 divorces before they was able to grow their business, because it takes time, right? So I want you to be able to avoid that, because especially if you in a relationship, committed and what have you, everything is going good. I don't want your entrepreneurship to affect that. So you can find a middle ground to where you can have time. And if you have a significant other who's understanding and a person that's willing to help you, it can be a lot more easier, because y'all have something that y'all are doing together. So it won't be so demanding on your work-life balance and what have you, guys. So the thing about it is, guys, the myth of perfect balance. See, it's not a such thing of perfect balance. It's you have to find a medium. You have to find how much time you're going to carve out for your business versus how much time you're going to have for your family and what have you, right? So the thing about it is, social media often, you know, sell you the idea that successful entrepreneurs have everything perfectly balanced. And that's the thing. When you starting off as an entrepreneur, it's not a such thing of a perfect work-life balance. Now, as you go further on, and years go by, and you are able to establish a successful business and your business up and running, now you will be able to obtain a better work-life balance, because now you have a team, you have people you can delegate things to, where you don't have to be so much into your business every day. You can check up on it. You have a manager running your business and what have you. So it may seem like it's perfect, but it's just balance, because you found that time, you got your business going the way you want to, right? And another thing is, the reality is that entrepreneurs comes with seasons of sacrifice. See, you got to understand, it's going to be seasons within entrepreneurship, you're going to have to sacrifice things that's important to you, because it might be at the moment your business is demanding of attention depending on where you at in your business, right? You got sales, customers, you got a team, you got things that you have to do, right, to make sure your business stay afloat. Another thing is some weeks require intense focus on building, which while others, allow more personal time. So you got to understand that, you might have a month where you might have to be focused on your business, because it might take this month to get your business to where it needs to be at, right? You might be one step away from, okay, I might be able to save some time in a month where I'll be able to have more personal time, right? Versus you may be behind on your business where you might need a month to catch up and what have you. So depending on the requirement it is within that month. So you got to understand, some weeks may require intense focus on your business where others may allow you to have more personal time, right? Another thing is balance isn't always equal. It's all about managing priorities. So you got to manage your priorities, especially, like I said, it's a lot more easier if you have a significant other who's willing to help. Now y'all doing something together, y'all have shared time together, versus a significant other who really don't understand and doesn't have a mindset of an entrepreneur. So they really don't understand what you need, the amount of work that you may need to put in, right? So that's why it's important for you to have that communication, especially as a new entrepreneur, because depending on what you are doing, may require more time than others, right? So that's what's very important to understand. So the next thing is, entrepreneurship is different from employment. Let me say it again, guys. Entrepreneurship is different from employment, and you got to understand, employees have defined schedule and boundaries, right? So as an employee, you have a schedule. You know what time you need to be at work, what time you're going to get off, what you need to do every day you go to work. Depending on what job you have, it may change on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, but you have a schedule, you have boundaries. But as an entrepreneur, right, you have to carry out the responsibility of revenue, growth, operation, decision making. This is all up to you. You see, when you're an employee, you don't have to worry about any of that, because the business have operational managers, general managers, right? They have people who manage the day-to-day business operation, what have you. So that's something you don't have to worry about, right? So that's the thing about it. The business that you may have don't always stop at 5 p.m., right? Like, you have a job, you have a set schedule, you may work 9 to 5, 8 to 5, wherever your schedule is, it have a stop time, right? To where your business may not have a stop time, where it may not stop at 5 p.m. every day. You might have to work over to make sure you are caught up for the next day, or get yourself to a point where when you start off your next day, when it comes to your business, you already will be head of the schedule, head of the game, right? So you must understand that as a business owner, your hours may not stop at 5 p.m. You may have to carry over to an extra 2 or 3 hours just to get caught up, or get yourself caught up, or put yourself in a better position to set yourself up for a successful day for tomorrow, right? And another thing is, new entrepreneurs must understand that ownership comes with a different lifestyle, because now you don't have that guaranteed check coming in. Your money depends on what you do, what sales you make, how you conduct your business on a day-to-day basis, right? So you have to live a lifestyle where it may be more frugal. You may have to be on a budget, right? Especially when you're in the early stage of building a business, especially if this is solely your financial is dependent on your business. You know, you have some that's full-time entrepreneurs, you have some that's part-time. If you're a part-time entrepreneur, you still have that guaranteed check coming in. So you may not worry a lot because you do have something coming in, versus somebody who is a full-time entrepreneur, right, that don't have anything coming in but what they do, right? It all depends on you. So you got to understand, entrepreneurship offers freedom, but often requires flexibility before freedom is fully recognized. So let me say it again. Entrepreneurship offers freedom. So don't confuse that. Yes, entrepreneurship offers freedom, but it often requires flexibility before freedom is fully recognized, guys. So you got to understand that you must be flexible before the actual freedom comes, right? As an entrepreneur. Next thing is the cost of chasing success, right? The cost of chasing success, right, includes long hours can affect physical health, mental health, relationship, and personal happiness, right? So that's one thing you got to understand. That's where you definitely got to make sure you carve out time to balance out your work life as an entrepreneur, because if your physical health start to deteriorate, then that's when you definitely need to maybe, take a time out on your business and get your physical health right. Definitely your mental health, because you definitely going to need your mental health, mental clarity, right, as an entrepreneur, because you have to produce your ideas. You got to make sure you running a day-to-day business, your mind stay clear, right, of anything that's going to affect your mental health. So if it's starting to affect your mental health, it's time to take time out and carve out a lot more time so you can get your mental health and your physical health in order, right? In your relationship, if you see it starting to put a strain on your relationship, you may have to take a day off from your business and tend to your significant other. You may have to do a date night, right? You may have to do a couple date nights in a row just to make sure y'all get back in a good place, right? So that's why I say communication at the beginning stages for my new entrepreneurs, right, is very important to do with your significant other. Sit them down, tell them to sit them down, explain to them what it's going to take, right? Some days you might have to sacrifice so you can be able to work on your business or what have you, and your personal happiness. You definitely want to make sure you happy first. You want to make sure that whatever you are doing is making you happy, your personal happiness, right? Because all this goes hand to hand to make to you becoming a strong entrepreneur, right? To make sure you don't end up just having a mental relapse and what have you. So you want to make sure all this is in order: your physical health, your mental health, your relationship, and your personal happiness, right? And another thing is burnout. It's one of the biggest threats to entrepreneurs. You definitely will get burnt out. That's why it's important for you to take breaks in between so you can avoid the burnout. Go take a vacation, go on a walk, right? Go do something find yourself a hobby that you can turn to when you feel like, okay, I don't want to burn myself out. I'm feeling like I'm getting to that point. Make sure you have an alternate that you can turn to. Like I said, sometimes you taking a vacation, get mental clarity, take a family trip and what have you. So you want to do things that's going to relieve you of the day-to-day stress of running the business, right? Another thing is working hard. Working harder doesn't always mean producing better results. And you got to understand that because you are working harder than average doesn't mean it's always going to produce results, because it depends on what you do. You can be working hard, but you're working hard at doing the wrong thing, rather doing things that's going to be effective, that's going to help produce the results that you're looking for, right? So you got to understand, many entrepreneurs wear exhaustion as a badge of honor, and you got to understand that this is a misconception. You don't have to work yourself until you feel exhausted because you heard that if you're not working hard as an entrepreneur, you don't feel tired. That means you're not doing anything. No, that's the last thing you want to do, is work yourself to the point where you that's going to lead to burning yourself out. You want to make sure that you have enough stamina, especially mentally, physically and what have you. So this is not a badge of honor, guys. When you starting to feel exhaustion, that's a good time for you to take a time out, right? To do something that's going to lift you up, that's going to give you the energy, that's going to help you avoid burning out. So you don't want the hustle, your entrepreneurship, your grind, whatever it is, to become harmful to you, because this is not what entrepreneurship is supposed to do, is become harmful to you. This is something for you to help secure your future financially. This is a way to help people, solve problems for people, put people that's around you in a better financial situation and what have you, so they can be able to build a better environment for themselves and what have you. So you definitely, if it's starting to become harmful to you, that's definitely a time for you to take a time out, right? So the next thing is work-life integration versus work-life balance. Let me say it again: work-life integration versus work-life balance, right? So some entrepreneurs prefer the term work-life integration, right? So instead of separating business and life completely, you got to learn how to make both coexist. Let me say it again. Instead of separating business and life completely, you got to learn how to make both coexist. Like I said, that's where you have to find out, okay, this is how I'm going to manage my time when it comes to my business, when it comes to my personal life. So both things can coexist as one and work as a balanced unit, right? So when you figure that out, that's something for you to definitely figure out. Once you figure out what you want to do as an entrepreneur, what you're going to do and what have you, this is a good, and you come up with your system, your infrastructure, what you're going to, for your business, what have you. You definitely want to see, okay, these are the days I'm going to work on my business. This is how long I'm going to work on my business. And this is going to be the days where I'm going to spend with my family, my personal life and what have you, with my significant other, and everything can work coexistently, right? Another thing is family, health, hobbies, and business can support each other rather than compete. Like I said before, these are the things that's important to you. Your family is important to you. Your health is definitely important to you, because you can't be an entrepreneur on your deathbed. That's not going to work. Hobbies, find you a hobby that's going to relieve you of any stress, any worries, any doubts, and what have you. Anything that's going to help gain mental clarity, going to help you avoid burnout. Find you a hobby that you can turn to when things do get rough, when you're working on your business, right? In business, all this can support each other rather than compete. When they start to feel like they're competing against each other, right? That's a sign that, okay, I need a balance. I need to find balance. If you can't do it, find somebody that is a seasoned entrepreneur that can help you find that balance and what have you, right? So the goal is to become aligned instead of balance. The goal is becomes alignment. The goal The goal becomes alignment instead of balance. So you're not just balancing them out, you are aligning them together, right? So everything is aligned together, and in that way it may feel like it's balanced, but at the same time it's all aligned at once and it's working hand in hand, right? So that's very important to understand, guys. The next thing is boundaries are a business strategy. Let me say it again. Boundaries are a business strategy. So successful entrepreneurs often create boundaries intentionally, right? So you definitely want to set boundaries when it comes to, setting your office hours, turning off notifications, scheduling family time, right? Taking vacations without guilt. Boundaries help sustain long-term performance. So this is very important. That's why you want to set office hours, set business hours, set hours when you're going to work on your business, right? Turn off notifications that that's going to interrupt the time with your family, with your significant other, and what have you. Turn off notifications when you get home or when you're done working in the office. Turn off your notifications. You will still get messages and what have you, but you won't hear them. It won't become a distraction, because once a notification go off or keep going off, you're going to have that urge of checking your phone, right? So if you don't hear them, they're not there, right? Next thing is scheduling family time. You definitely want to schedule the family time. You want to make sure it's you have time for your family, because at the end of the day, if you go back in history and see other entrepreneurs, they failed to do that. So a lot of them, not gonna say a lot, you had some of them that went through divorces, 1 or 2 divorces before they finally figured out a work-life balance to help them out. And some of them was able to get their business going to, it made it more easier. So when they did find that other person to marry, right, it was easy because everything is going. But if you're not at that point, you want to make sure you are scheduling family time for your kids, not just for your kids. I don't want to forget the kids. For your kids, you want to be there for your kids. Your kids really don't care about the finance. what you can provide for them. They care about the time, the unconditional love, right? They want you there. They want to see you present and what have you, right? So it's very important to definitely do that. Taking vacations without guilt. Don't feel guilty to take vacation, because we all need vacations. Vacations can be for relaxation, or you can take I'm not going to, all vacations is different depending on, you can take business vacation to see what's out there, what market you can tap into and what have you. But these vacation is for family. This is the vacation for you to relax. If you don't have a family, if you don't have a significant other, you still want to find that work-life balance, so you can take a vacation somewhere that's going to help you gain mental clarity, to help you become stress-free, to help you just relax, to help you get back focused again, right? It's very important to understand that. So like I said, boundaries help sustain long-term performance. So it's very important. So protecting your personal life can actually improve business results, because if your family is happy, everything is running smoothly, your significant other is happy, your kids is happy, everybody's good, that puts you in a good mood, to the point where, and when it's time for you to work on your business, you have that energy, you feel great, you're in a great space, you in a good headspace, right? You don't have anything to worry about, you don't have any drama going on, you don't have anything that's going to interfere with you to be able to produce the results that you're looking for as a business owner, right? So the next thing is, different stages require different sacrifices. So startup phase may demand more time and energy. Like I said, I like to call it ground zero. So any videos that you have listened to me, you heard me say ground zero, and I referred to that as the starting point of your entrepreneurship. It's ground zero because you haven't built the foundation yet. You haven't built anything. So it's going to take more, it's going to demand more of your time and energy to build that system that you need to put around your idea, around your business, right? It's going to take more time to look at vendors for material and all that. So you putting all the pieces in place that you need. So it's going to take more time, right? So the growth phase may require building systems and hiring help. So this is the growth stage where you're building your systems up. Now you get to the point where you may need help to help you run your day-to-day operations, get your product made and what have you. So this is the growth phase, right? So the maturity phase, maturity businesses often provide more flexibility. So once your business become mature to the point where you don't need to be hands-on every day, because you have a operational manager, you have a team that you trust, the people that's going to do what you need to be done on a day-to-day basis, daily tasks, you might as well say. Now you may have more flexibility to go out, go on vacation, take day dates with your significant other, be with your kids, go to their games, pick your kids up from school. So you have a lot more flexibility, be with your family, your friends, or work on other things that's going to help generate revenue for your business or what have you. So this is maturity. So you got the startup phase, you got the growth phase, you got the mature business. And I might do just for that portion of them three phases, I might do a show about that. That might be the next show or the show after that I do. I might do a startup phase, growth phase, and mature phase. Just talk about the different phases of business, right? So balance changes as the business evolves. So like I said, as your business evolves and it gets better and become more successful, the more flexibility you have, more of a balance you will have. You won't even have to think about it, because now everything is a routine. Now everything is running smoothly. Now you don't have to be hands-on. You may come in your business two times a week, or you might 3 times a month. However you feel comfortable letting your team, your operation manager and your team to run it while you're not there, right? So it's all up to the entrepreneur, right? So this is a question. Should entrepreneurs expect balance immediately or earn it over time? So ask yourself this question. Should entrepreneurs, so down in the comment section, leave your answer to this question. Should entrepreneurs expect balance immediately or earn it over time? So leave it down in the comment section. Please leave it down and we have a discussion about it and what have you. That's a very great question to have a discussion about. Should you expect balance immediately, right? The next thing is defining success for yourself, right? So that is, some entrepreneurs want $1 million companies, right? So its success is up to the individual, the entrepreneur, right? So success can be determined in different ways when it comes to the individual. And some people may feel like they're successful because now they able to get the luxury lifestyle they're looking for. Some people may feel like they're successful because now they're able to provide in a different way than before for their family. Some may feel like they successful because now they can buy, because they was able to build them a new house, be able to get them some reliable cars. So it's all up to the individual how you see success in your eyes, right? So others, some entrepreneurs want freedom, some may want flexibility, and some may want time with their family. So it all depends on, like I said, the entrepreneur. You may not have a family, so you may just be looking for the freedom of not have to work a 9-to-5, freedom of your time back where you can take multiple vacations, do what you want to do on a daily basis. You may have flexibility. You have more flexibility to do what needs to be done to work on other parts of your business and what have you. So time with your family. And another thing is success should be defined personally, not by social media or other entrepreneurs. Let me say it again, because this is very important, guys. Success should be defined personally, meaning personally, the person, the entrepreneur itself, not social media or other entrepreneurs you see. You shouldn't at all, because that's going to be a quick way for you to start becoming stressed about where you at as an entrepreneur. You start to have doubts about where you at as an entrepreneur. So don't focus on social media or other entrepreneurs, guys. And your define of success determine what balance looks like. So whatever balance looks like to you, it's gonna be your definition of success. Like I said, some people, families, kids, significant others may not require a lot of your time. They just want a little bit, where it may give you a lot more time to work on your business, and your work life balance is balanced. It's good. Everything's aligned, right? Depending on if you have teenage kids, once kids become teenagers, they want to do their own thing from their parents. So it may give you a lot more time. Your significant other may have their own business, their own hobbies, their own thing that they doing. They may require one date night a week and what have you. And other than that, then you can go work on your business. So it depends on the individual, right? The next thing is, last thing might as well say, is signs your balance is off. So all to be said, these are the signs that your balance is off. It could be more. If you know more, you can add it down in the comment section that you may experience and what have you, because this is a good way to learn to understand what the signs may be, because these signs that I'm about to read may not be your signs. It might be something else. So leave it down in the comment section, guys. And if it's not on here, it may be down in the comment section, right? So signs that your balance is off, right? Consistent stress and anxiety, right? You may be a person that's already dealt with anxiety, and you've been like that for the longest. But so it may not be nothing new to you, but if you know that this anxiety is different, this has come from business. Signs of stress and anxiety, right? Missing important family moments, right? Poor sleep habits, lack of exercise or self-care, right? Or feeling disconnected from life outside the business, right? So these are signs that your balance is off. So it's important for you to have good sleeping habits. You don't want to be up working late on your business and you're not getting enough sleep, because you want to have that. You don't want to have mental fatigue at all. You want to have stamina. You want to be able to have mental clarity. You want to have all that to be able to put back in your business for the next day, right? Lack of exercise and self-care. That's important. That's the main thing as an entrepreneur. Make sure your health is intact, right? You cannot be an unhealthy entrepreneur, because guess what? you're not going to have longevity because you're going to have too many health problems you have to deal with, health issues that come up. So you want to make sure you're taking care of yourself. Self-care, mental care, right? Taking care of yourself. You might want to go out, get you a massage, or, you know, making sure you keep yourself well groomed. For the ladies, if you're an entrepreneur, you know, keeping your nails, your feet, your toes, whatever you do as your self-care routine. Take care of yourself mentally, get you vitamins, whatever you do that's your self-care, make sure you taking advantage of it. Exercise definitely going to keep you fit, physically fit, mentally fit, and what have you, right? Feeling disconnected from life outside the business. So you don't want to get so caught up on your business and you forget that it's life outside your business. You forget about the reality of things, and that's your family, right? So you definitely don't want to do that. So guys, man, thank y'all for coming through, man. Listening to another convo that we have for this day. So hopefully y'all enjoy this Sidebar Convo radio show, gearing you up for this Monday entrepreneurial conversation that we're going to be having about work-life balance. Is work-life balance realistic for new entrepreneurs? So we definitely gonna be tapping into that. That's the new episode. So definitely make sure you listen to that on Monday. So thank y'all once again, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed y'all drinks. This was a great convo. So understand this. I'm gonna leave this with y'all, right? Matter of fact, I got 5 questions for y'all, and leave these down in the comment sections too. Answer these questions. So the first question is, do you believe work-life balance is realistic for entrepreneurs? 2, have you ever sacrificed too much for your business? 3, what's one boundary you set that improve your life, right? 4, would you rather build a larger business or have one more personal freedom, right? Let me read that once again, just in case you understand it. Would you rather build a larger business or have one more personal freedom, right? Number 5, is entrepreneurship giving you the life you envisioned when you started, right? So understand this, guys. Work-life balance may not mean giving equal time to everything. For entrepreneurs, it often means making intentional choices about where your energy goes. Let me say it again. Work-life balance may not mean giving equal time to everything. For entrepreneurs, it often means making intentional choices about where your energy goes. The goal isn't a perfectly balanced life. It's building a business that supports the life you actually want to live, guys. So other than that, guys, man, thank you for coming through, listening. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit all, and make sure you invest in hitting that like button. Yep.